Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I think I've got about half an hour. I don't think my talk, inshallah, because time's been shortened, I can get out everything that I needed to get out. I just want to make sure I don't go over the time. Could someone signal me when there's 10 minutes left, please? Inshallah. Okay. Each and every one of you, every single, if there's any brothers out there, can they please come inside, please, inshallah? Okay. Today, I'm not here to basically give you a lecture to the young brothers and the young sisters. Today, I pray that Allah can put what I feel in my heart in your heart. And I'm not here for your entertainment or anything. When I speak to you, and when I talk to each and every one of you Muslims, I don't care if you're 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, I want you to seriously reflect and think. Because wallahi, I'm a convert to Islam. Revert, convert, whatever you want to call me, yeah? But you lot have every single one of you in this room have been blessed. This brother here, that brother there, that brother here, every single one of you in this room, you're blessed and you're special. And every single sister downstairs, you're blessed and you're special. Because you was born into a family of Tawheed. There's been billions and millions of people that have been on this earth, and right now they've died, and they will go to hellfire forever, and ever, and ever. But you, every single one of you was born into a family of Tawheed. And believing in God correctly. But sometimes I wonder to myself, when I look at Muslims, brothers and sisters nowadays, that are born into Somali families, Asian families, Eritrean families, do you actually believe you're special? And do you really love this deen? And do you really know what it is to be a Muslim? Because unfortunately, a lot of us, we're born into Kafir families, into darkness of alcohol and weed and Bob Marley and Shabba Ranks and all this rubbish. And then after coming to Islam, I looked at the young brothers and sisters who are born into a family who taught about Allah, who taught about Jannah, who taught about Jahannam. And I see these same individuals ungrateful. And what I want to ask, what is it? Is it that you don't love this deen? You're ashamed of it? What is it that you treat Islam like a joke? Because Allah says, فَعَلَّمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Have knowledge that there's no God worthy of worship except Allah. So I ask you, brother there, and you brother there, and you brother there, do you really believe that Islam is the truth and Allah is the only God worthy of worship? Are you really grateful to be born in a Muslim family? Do you really believe that Allah is Al-Hakim, the most wise, Al-Samir, the all-hearing, Al-Basir, the all-seeing? Because I don't recognize you. Because all I see is young boys, except for a few people that Allah's blessed. All I see is young boys walking around with screw face, kissing their teeth, slamming their door in their mother and father's face, kissing their teeth like they're Jamaicans or Yardis. So I'm asking, are you upset? Are you upset that you're a Muslim? Because I know when you go home, your mum asks you to do something, you're going to kiss your teeth, you're going to, who are you talking to? You're going to slam the door in their face. Why? I don't understand it. And the whole thing is that this is what happens when a Muslim, yeah, brother or Muslim sister, yeah, starts listening to music, yeah, they get blinded. It's like they get blinded. Because I'm asking you, what is the screw face for? What is the kissing your teeth out? What is the walk for? You ain't starving. You ain't not got clothes on your back. You don't have to boil your brother's clothes. You ain't gonna die of thirst. What is the screw face for? Why are you brothers walking around with screw faces? What is it? You got food, you got drink, you got a home to live in. You don't have to sleep in a park. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to eat bread and water. So what's the screw face for? Or is it just that you're growing up in this Western country and you're listening to music and you're watching films, yeah? And then you start acting like them people in the film. That you really got some real problems. But I'm gonna say one thing, it's very simple. See me? I'm proud to be a Muslim, yeah? And that's why I have my bed with pride and I wear my phone with pride and I don't have no problems. Because I believe that وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that Allah did not create mankind and jinn except to worship Him. And I know my place. Before I was a kafir, I didn't know my place, but I know my place now. I'm a creation of Allah. I'm made from blood and water. Yeah? And I either be thankful to Allah for eating the many different types of food, for breathing oxygen, for having a place to live, yeah? Or I pretend to be someone I'm not. And I can do, and you can do, whatever you want in this life, because you have free will. You can right now when you go home, your mum can ask you to do something and you can kiss your teeth, you can slam the door in her face, you can say shut your mouth, you guys can turn up the music while talking, and you can do that for 90 years if Allah gives it to you. Because Allah ain't forced no one to be a Muslim. And Allah ain't forced no one to be a Muslimah. So in this earth, you've got free will to do whatever you want on this earth. You can from today for 20 years be rude to your mum, not say thank you, kiss your teeth, screw your face up and do what you want. But you see, when you die, that's when there's no free will no more. And that's when the person who was basically polite to their mum, said I love you to my mum, you know, said did shopping for their mum. When they asked them, said yes, I'll do it, mum. That person will be rewarded, and the fake Yardi Somali, yeah, will get rewarded as well for his actions. So since I've come to Tawheed, and I've read about the companions and the Salaf and everyone else, I know who I am. But my question is, I understand if you was a non-Muslim, I can understand why you're non-Muslim, why you will be walking with your screw face and your bad man and this, that, and the other, and why you'll be robbing and stealing. And I'm going to come to the sisters in a minute. But I can understand as a kafir, because I'm born in the darkness of kufr. I can understand why you're walking around for a rude boy, as a kafir, robbing banks, closing as a young, strong boy with his, you know, with all his youth and health and stuff like that, close his fist and will punch a, you know, a 40-year-old woman in a bank or put a shotgun in her face and shoot her. I understand why he does that. He don't know no better. He's told from when he comes into this earth that my purpose is to be happy. Because wallahi, every single bad boy and rude boy out there, whether they're from Brixton, Tottenham, Handsworth, wherever they are on this earth, every single rude boy and bad boy is scared. Wallahi, they're scared. And I can prove why they're scared. Because why does a guy, a full-grown guy, strong guy, built guy, go into a bank and punch over a woman and shoot a man in his face to get that money or rob the secure van? Why does he do it? Why? It's to get money. But the money within itself is not the goal. He needs the money for something. He needs the, why does he do it? He does it so when he gets the money, what can he get? He can get latest Versace, latest Valentino, latest Moschino. Then what? I have friends. Girls want to know me. I get a drop top, I can get any girl outside a club. Because until I have, Versace or Valentino, Moschino, wherever it is, my life is a misery. I don't have happiness. And no girls don't want to know me. No one wants to. No guys on the council estate want to hang out with me. My Dunlop and Puma trainers. No one will talk to me. Girls won't talk to me. Guys won't talk to me. So he's willing, yeah? Because his goal is happiness. He's willing to punch another person in the face to get that money so he can become happy. And he's willing to put himself in jail. Because our motto for life is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. That God did not create us except to God did not create us except to worship Him, the mankind and jinn. So yes, money is a part of life to us. Looking good is a part of life to us. Family and relationships is a part of us. But these are side issues. The main thing is that we worship Allah. So because us brothers are not bums and we got family and we got life and we got a job, we can't just lick on one man because we got one is Allah's creation and we got a life, we got bills to pay, we're studying, we got things to do. But these other black boys and black girls, they ain't got nothing got in life, so they can hit someone, they can hurt someone. They don't care if it's Allah's creation or that. They can spend 3 years in jail because they don't have no purpose. If I don't have the latest garments, shirt, trousers, trainers, and the latest car, and people don't love me, it's not worth living. But I'm asking you, as a Muslim, who come from a family, you know who your mother and father is. Me, you go down to most of the states, and this is how Allah blesses you. You go to most of the states in Battersea, or Brixton, or Tottenham, or Holloway, and you compare the Muslim, Somali families, or whatever, Eritrean or Asian families, to the Jamaicans and Africans and everything else who are not Muslim. Same estate, same area, but what happened? Jamaican families, mother, 3 kids, no father. 3 different guys. Your family, your mother was a virgin, she met your dad, yeah, and they'd be together 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And your father, whether you like it or not, or you thought about it, he ain't out there, your father ain't robbing no post office, he ain't robbing no bank, but he's got his own internet cafe business. He drives the bus, he's getting properties out in Somalia or Egypt or another country. He's making more money than most of the people on the block. But because you start listening to music, you can't see because you're blind. But I'm asking you, someone who knows who their mother is, knows who their father is, you know what I'm saying, has money, has clothing on your back, have all these nice stuff. I'm asking you, why are you willing to walk like a bad boy? Why are you looking to kiss your teeth? Why are you screwing up your face and your mother? You know better. And you ain't really no bad man. No, you're gonna go like you're a bad man, but you ain't no bad man, because tonight you're gonna sleep in your nice comfy bed, yeah? With your nice comfy pillow and your nice comfy sheets. And in the morning, Joe, bad man Somali's gonna do, he's gonna wake up and he's gonna have his favorite cereal, Cheerios. Bad man eating Cheerios. Bad man eating Shreddies. Bad man eating bloody cornflakes. And then do you know what's gonna happen? You slept in a nice bed, cozy, yeah? Maybe with your Super Ted, bedline covers or whatever it is, yeah? Have your nice sleep. Wake up in the morning, your mum will wake you up, make you some meal, you know what I'm saying? Your father will make me say hello to you, he goes out to work. You see a man going in and out of work, you see a pattern of what it's like to be a man. Whether he's working or he's on team, you have system in your life. And then what happens? What's gonna happen? Nice sleep, nice food, nice drink, no problems. But when you come out, headphones go in. Or if you have a car, in the car. And all of a sudden, you come out the house, the walk changes, the screw face comes out, the pop comes. What's wrong? Nothing. But music is making you ungrateful of the favors of Allah. And then you walk down the street like you're a bad man, unless you go down the street where there's real yardies and you change that pop-up quick time. You change it to schoolboy walk. And you've gone a long way around. But to the other Somali kids that are younger to you, you bring him a slapping in the back of his head. So it's a fake life that you're living. But see me, I know who I am. I believe that Allah is Tawheed, that Allah created. It's very simple. I'm a creation of Allah. He created me. I do what He says, I be grateful for what He did. He rewards me if I live my life in discipline in this life. If I try and be a bad man, yeah, after Allah will show me. Because, wallahi, the word Muslim, yeah, is someone that submits to God's will. So you either choose, yeah, to be a Muslim in this life, or in the next life, Allah will make you be a Muslim and submit to His will. And this applies to the sister because, wallahi, read Bukhari, read Sahih Muslim. After shirk, the worst sin is not robbing people or stabbing people. These are bad. The worst sin is shirk, negating Tawheed. Why? People say, why is it that someone who's a good kafir, don't rob and steal, don't rob back, post office and this, that and the other and so forth, have good education, come from a good family. Why is it if he don't believe that in Allah, that he will die and go to hell forever? And why is it a bad Muslim, he might smoke and might drink and this, that and the other? Why is it that he might eventually come in the hellfire? Very simple. The purpose of life is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create mankind except to worship me and jinn. Yeah? So, if you're nice at being good to your mother, you're nice at taking the trash out on time, you're very good at school, you're very polite, but you worship a monkey, or you worship a man, or you worship a statue, you close the doors to Jannah. Obviously, if someone's giving you the message in a nice manner and giving you dalil and it's been made clear to you. But the whole point is this. Our purpose is to worship Allah alone. And working is a part of life. Relationships is a part of life. Having nice things is a part of life. But the main thing is worshiping Allah alone. So the true Muslim, they understand it. But the Muslim that listens to music and watching movies, they start trying to be someone else they're not. And either you can live it like that and you will be a real bad man. Like Allah says in the Quran. That's right, Allah says in the Quran and Sunnah that every time you sin, you get a black spot. Until you sin so much, until your heart becomes so black that you don't feel anything. Yeah? So the whole thing is a lot of you walk around like you're bad. And you screw your face up like you're bad to your mother and everyone else. But you don't really want to bump into a black-hearted individual, yeah, on this earth. Because if you really bump into one, you will know that you are not black-hearted. Because a black-hearted individual is the kind of man that he won't shoot you, he won't stab you. He will throw acid in your face and he will laugh and find it funny and you live like that. And you have to live with half of your face hanging off. A black-eyed individuals, and there's many of them in Brixton, in Stockwell, in Holloway, Kaffa. Because Allah is still giving you some innocence as brothers and sisters, but you try and pretend that you're not like that. You try to pretend that you're not innocent and pure and good, which you should be honored to be. So when you bump into that individual, that kind of individual that daily waits for pensioners to go and pick up their pension from the post officer, an old woman who it takes 5 minutes to walk a meter slowly. She's got a pension and this, that and the other, and he waits till she gets home and he smacks her in her face and he jumps on her head. That's a black-hearted individual, and that ain't you. So stop pretending in case Allah sends one your way and takes that yardie bop out of you by force. But because they said there's more sisters here with others, and I have to fit in because there's a very short amount of time, wallahi, it's so sad because you've got 3 types of sisters nowadays. You've got the sister that's out there, yeah, no knowledge of herself, got her hair done up, makeup done up, tightish streams and everything else, thinking she's it. And she knows about a lot, about life and everything else because she listens to Beyonce and Rihanna and she thinks she's clued up about Jahiliyyah or Jahiliyyah. And she doesn't have a clue. And then you've got the sister who's wearing hijab and everything, but then you see her pouting her lips with a Catwoman, abaya, you know, before she comes out of the house, she looks in the mirror, turns her way and goes, mashallah, everything is showing. Yeah, you exist. And then you have the proper sister. You understand what the word Tawheed means. Understands about the female companions. Understands about the Salaf. And really understands what wearing hijab and niqab means. And when she comes out, her head is down. And she only comes out for necessity. And when you ask her things, when she speaks about the deen, she says, Qala Allah, Qala Rasul. And she don't have no picture on Facebook or no photo. Why? Because she read the narrations about Aisha. That Aisha used to, when she used to give dawah to the male companions, because they were scholars, not like now. We have 100 million hijabis, but we don't have hardly any to give lectures to other sisters who understand Islam, understand the Quran, and Sunnah, understanding of the Salaf. But she knows the narration that Aisha, when she used to teach the male companions, that she used to be behind a veil. She knows that when Aisha was accused of adultery because she was left behind in a caravan, she cried so much because people thought that she'd done zina. She cried so much that her lungs dried up. She was physically sick. That people thought she might have had met a guy, you know, that wasn't her husband or so forth, or that people was talking about that she might have done something with a guy. But now girls on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, hijabis, they're pounding their lip, put their bum in the front of the profile picture, you know what I'm saying, and then posting pictures of Trey Songz. Oh, if I only had him for 1 hour, do you know what I would do with him? Hijabi, man. Wallahi, if you really Muslimah who really believes in Tawheed, Jazakallah khair, who really believes in Tawheed, you would know how much you're worth. You would actually know how much you're worth. But because what is it? Because we live in a society of sisters who don't basically read about the companions of this, that. They might grow up in a Muslim family, but they don't really seek knowledge. And I'm not talking about just watching YouTube videos. That's not seeking knowledge. I mean, you go through like a book or something with like a Medina graduate or something of a Qulul Mufid, Surah Al-Af, Aqidah Wasatiyah. You know what I'm saying? Where you actually go through book and you learn principles of your deen. So you ask most sisters, what is a companion? You ask a sister, how many categories of Tawheed are there? You ask them, what's the definition of Iman? You ask them, what's the 2 conditions for everything? So even if the parents is there, really we just got Beyonce and Rihanna and stuff bouncing around inside, except for them few sisters. And for the sisters that are really out there thinking that they're hot stuff, yeah, thinking it, them sisters like I say to you, I ask you, and I'm sorry to use this language, but how did a sister, born into a Muslim family, mother wearing hijab, brother, a father, you know what I'm saying, working and praying and so forth, how did a sister like that, Aisha, Ayat, Khadija, how did she end up with her intellect, with her brain, with no mental problems? How did she end up coming out of her house with her knickers showing? How did Ayat and Ayah and Aisha and Khadija end up coming out of her house in her underwear showing? How? A Muslim as a female submitted to God. How did it happen? Do you know how it happened? The same way you see these brothers trying to be like these gay lesbian JOS ballerina guys. How did Muhammad, Ali Uthman, you know what I'm saying, Zayd, how did Zayd get 2 big earrings? Yeah? On cussing his eyebrows, yeah? And then what's it, and what's some tight, you know what I'm saying, some tight pea trousers or something. How did he do it? Very simple. At some stage music came into it, and we started basing our life on music. So what I'm basically trying to say, and this is what I would just say to the brothers and sisters out there. Yes, sister, I know you think you know about life. And I don't buy this thing about, yes, it is hard not to wear hijab, but be honest, don't lie to yourself. If it was really that most of these sisters find it hard to wear hijab, I can understand that. I'm not a woman, it's hard to wear hijab. But you know one thing I can tell you, if it's just that sisters are finding it to wear hijab, because people might look at them or whatever, or this, that, and the other, why is it then you go out on the roads, yeah, and you look at 100 sisters, and that are not wearing hijab, and you will not find one out there with baggy jumpers and baggy jeans and loose clothing. Every single sister out there, when she goes shopping, by the tightest top, the tightest jeans. Why? Because she doesn't know her worth, and she doesn't know what Allah said about how much Allah said she's worth. So what does she do? She goes into Miss Selfridges or Next or H&M or whatever it is, buys the tightest clothes, because she feels that she's not worth anything. And what does she do? Come outside, go High Street, go Westfields, go shopping centre. Please, somebody look at me. Please, somebody look at me. Please, someone look at me. Please, someone look at me. And then the guy says, oi, come here. And she don't shout at him. She turns around, and if she thinks he's good looking, she go, here's my number. But if it's an ugly guy, or someone who she thinks not attractive, oh, you pervert, leave me alone. How dare you look at me? What they say that the clothes that you wear on the outside are a reflection of what you wear on the inside. And you say it's hard to wear hijab. But tell me this, okay, it's hard to wear hijab, but is it hard for every single man in a town centre to check out your bum? Is it hard to walk through the packed crowd centre with old men, young men, middle-aged men, and they're all staring at your bottom and your chest? Ain't that hard? No, it's not hard, because you've been listening to Beyonce and you've been listening to Rihanna all day, and your shyness is gone. And that's what will happen to you. You think you've got this life figured out, yeah? Better than these black girls from council estates. If all of these women on council estates end up with 3 kids, mainly from different guys, and they ain't figured it out, and they've been doing this for centuries, what makes you, who don't really know about street life, from a good family, who know your mother and father, yeah, think that you can get it? And ask yourself, how much are you worth? You girls, sisters, who have a boyfriend, whatever that is. I don't know what a boyfriend is. I know a guy says to a girl, you're my boyfriend, so she actually means she means something. But I am asking you, yeah? First of all, why did your boyfriend or your partner, why did he approach you? Was it for your tawheed? Was it for your tajweed? Was it for your hadith? No, he stopped you because you're walking around half naked. And do you really think this guy, with his brother al-Kufar, that he was really on the sunnah even though he's not practicing? And when he come out of his house, he lowered his gaze. When he's at home, he doesn't watch music videos with girls in funds and bikinis. He doesn't watch adult programs. Do you really think this guy was just walking about minding his own business? And then what happened? He happened to drop his phone, and then he was picking up his phone. He normally lowers his gaze, and he just happened to see you. And then what happened? Everything started, and everything else except you was blurred, and then you were zoomed into his face, and he said, she's the one. I want to marry her. I want to have kids with her. I want to spend the rest of your life with her. No. He saw you walking about in tight jeans and said, oi, come here. Or he said, click his fingers or whatever. Whatever he said to you, give me a number. And in between that and the zina, what really happened? Pictures, chicken and chips. Pictures, chicken and chips. Park to show I'm not that ghetto. Zina. So really, you consider yourself worth, yeah, less than 25, 50 pounds. That's your street dowry. Chicken and chips and X-Men 5. Aisha, Khadija, Fatima, walking around half naked, guy approaching, yes, guys will approach you if you walk around half naked. Guys like girls. It's not rocket science. You didn't create a new space shuttle. If women don't wear much clothes, guys will approach them. It's the keeping them after them that takes effort. So yeah, you'll get the guy, yeah, and they add you to, where's it, number 15 in his phone, because he just sprats, he just chirps anything in tight clothes that will allow it. He adds you to the phone, yeah, he puts your name, you know what I'm saying, as Tom was something else, and then what happened? Takes you cinema, you know what I'm saying, send you some text. then send it to a next goal, next goal, next goal, next goal, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Then takes you out to eat. If you're lucky, you might get stuffed crust. You know what I'm saying? Take you maybe pictures of out to eat a few times, less than 3 times. And in the space of 6 months, you give something to him. That's priceless. And then what happens? You go to college, and he's on the bench with all the guys and they're laughing. Do you know why they're laughing? Because he's telling them in detail everything he's done with you. And he might even have a videotape of it, because guys don't care, they show themselves doing things with girls on that and that. Yeah, she said something about she's practicing or something, or trying to practice, but that lasted 3 months. So the whole thing is, I'm not, wallahi, look, what happens when you start listening to music, you start watching these movies and stuff like that, you start blinding you. Like I said, you start listening to music, you look at 50 Cent, the Kafa Yardis on your council estate, and you start thinking, yeah, these guys are making money, let me take a shortcut like them. But the reality is, your fathers and your uncles, they make more money than him anyway. That's the reality. Because you start listening to music, you're blinded. Sisters, they start looking at these girls, you know, in school, in college, and this, that, talking about, I'm gonna meet Mark, I'm gonna meet Philip, yeah, he's taking me out to eat, or this, that, and the other. He's taking me to cinema, this, that, and the other. And then you start to get jealous. But you ain't seen the brother or the sister, yeah? The sister crying. Right now there's thousands of sisters all over London looking at a pregnancy test right now. Crying their eyes out, bogey coming out their nose. Pregnant, close their eyes, open up. Pregnant, close their eyes, open up. Because she knows her life is over. Kicked out by mum on a bench, and that guy, she phones in now. And what they say, hey, listen, don't you ever phone my phone again, yeah? Don't you phone, come on, man, just leave me alone, man. I swear, you phone me again, I'm gonna bang you in your face. But we don't really believe in Tawheed. That Allah is Al-Hakim, the Most Wise. We don't really believe it. It's just fairy. Yeah, Allah's Al-Hakimi. We don't really believe that Allah is Al-Samir. Yeah. We don't really believe that Allah is Al-Samir, the all-hearing. We don't really believe that Allah is Al-Basir, the all-seeing. What it is that we say that, and we will experience in life and play about with life, yeah, and see if He really is that. But I just want to say this, and maybe I didn't praise the sisters that are practicing enough, but your reward is with Allah. The fact of the matter is, as I round up here, brothers, today, go home, and don't give no rude boy attitude, go home, yeah? Tell your mother and your father that you love them, because you do love them. They provide shelter for you. All of you, no one looks like a Trump here. I don't see no one with dirt, no soap and this, that, and the other. You all look clean, inshallah, you smell clean, mashallah. Everyone looks nice and comfortable here. I don't really see nobody, you know what I'm saying, starving, you know what I'm saying, one person walking there with one trainer, you know what I'm saying, 2 different trainers, what he stole from JD, from one shop and another, from another. I don't see this. You all look like, mashallah, very well and taken care of. Yeah? So whatever's making you, when your mum asks you to do something, whatever making you screw face your face, yeah, just go to your mum and dad, say, listen, I'm sorry for the way I've attitude with you, I'm sorry for slamming the door, I'm sorry for speaking over you, I'm sorry for what I did, I love you and I appreciate what you did. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say, bad man, don't say thank you, okay, take up with Allah afterwards. Yeah? Because if you don't take that rude boy out of yourself, when you go into the grave, you're going to be asked 3 questions. Yeah? Where's it? Yeah, Man Rabbuk, who's your Lord? Ma Dinuk, what's your deen? Yeah? Man Nabi, who's your prophet? Who's your messenger? Yeah? But you ain't going to answer like now. You're not going to answer like now. It's going to be based upon your actions. So if you or me, we go into the grave, and I'm scared of this moment. If me or you, yeah, go into the grave, yeah, even if we ain't robbing and stealing and licking man down, if me and you go into the grave with that screw face, yeah, with that kiss in our teeth, with us slamming the door, when we go to the grave, Allah will force it out of us. And I can't handle it. And I'm scared of it. And I don't want my arms to get broken, my legs to get broken, and for my head to get crushed. I don't want that. So I'm trying to fix up now. If you think you can handle it, you know the angel with 600 wings or the malaika breaking your bones, you know what I'm saying, crashing your head, you know what I'm saying, ripping your ribs apart. Carry on. I can't handle it, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Carry on. But when you can't handle it and I can't handle it, so you better. It's not a choice. You better be thank you. Because Allah could have put one type of food on this earth and one type of drink. Bread and water, that's all you got. But He put thousands. And for the sisters, the good sisters who are better than me and all the other brothers and this time, who worship Allah, who understand that there's no such thing as leopard skin, bright traffic light hijab, and what was it, Marilyn Monroe, pout your lip makeups, and you know what I'm saying, Spider-Man and Batman, a bear, and this, that, and the other, and all this kind of stuff, yeah? The ones that are shy, they come out, you know what I'm saying, their head is down, you know what I'm saying, you know, they see guys trying to make eye contact, they turn away. All of the female companions that had this, they went to Jannah. And that's what it is with brothers, it's been a rude boy, but with sisters, it's shyness. If you go, wallahi, if you go to the grave, I advise all the sisters right now that Facebook, you don't need your picture up on Facebook. You know, women is the greatest fitna to mankind. Yeah, if you want to put a Facebook up, for what reason? If you know Aisha taught the male companions behind the barrier, and she was teaching them stuff that will get them to paradise, what reason do you have for just having your picture out there that men can look at all day? If a brother just stand out there right now, yeah, and just followed you home and look in your face, you can't be looking at this, that, and the other. Yeah? If he followed you everywhere you went, you know what I'm saying, you do that. So why do you put your picture up for men to just stare, you know, and look at you? And there's some sick men that are doing other stuff when they're looking at your phone. So with your hijabi or not, yeah? Now when you go home today, or Twitter, or whatever, take your picture down. You're pouting your lips, you know what I'm saying? Or this, that, and the other. If you call yourself fly hijabi, hot stuff, or sexy Muslimah, or the buffest Muslim on earth. You know what I'm saying? But hijabi that men can't handle what I got, take it down. Because wallahi, if you're going to the grave with that, it's going to be broken out of you. Your legs, your knees, your joints will be broken. You can't handle it. So just take it down. And for the other sisters, inshallah, who understand the deen and the tawheed and this, that, and the other, teach these sisters, explain to them about hijab and shyness and so forth.